Hello everybody, it's Chris, and I know I haven't made a video. I haven't uploaded a video in like 2 or 3 days, but don't worry, I am still here. I'm still paying attention. I do have a very scratchy throat, so it's early in the morning. I'm just kind of trying to take it easy on the old voice. But the show must go on, and we have videos to make. This one, I do have a couple Alex Rodriguez reacts coming up, and a couple of other things. I wanted to knock this one out of the way because it's particularly infuriating, and that is Amber's "What I Eat on a Cheat Day" vlog from a couple days ago. And like I said, I really wish you could see my face because my eyeballs are rolling so far into the back of my head I can see my brain. And if you did see that little flash of a super 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 fat woman in a bikini, I do have a I have a as my computer background, I have a slideshow going of like images of what I don't want to look like and images of what I do want to look like and some inspirational weight loss quotes. And I'm sorry, but being super morbidly obese in a bikini is not how I want to look. So that was probably one of the ones of that. I'm not like a secret like fat fetishist or anything like that. Most of you don't even watch anyways. You just like listen. But okay, so she is sped up for time. If there's anything irrelevant, I will skip through it. And I will, as always, link her full video down below. So if you want to go check her video out in its entirety, you can do that on her channel. I have a nice hot cup of tea, and we're gonna get into this. And let me say right off the bat, Amber is looking slimmer than she has looked. But it's hard to say because she's also extremely filtered. She definitely uses a ton of filters, and in different angles and different parts of her TikToks and stuff, you can in videos you can see where she doesn't look this slim for lack of a better word at all. And also, like I said in other videos, you have to remember people judge Amber's weight by her face and her shoulders and her collarbone because she does tend to gain and lose weight there very quickly. And if her face starts doing that really, really round thing, they know when she was at her heaviest, it was like super round, like a moon. That's why they call her a moon face. But the thing is I don't think Amber's ever going to get that again, no matter how big she is, because everything is just her skin is just starting to wave the white flag of defeat, right? It just can't keep up with the excess weight, and it's just losing its stretch and everything like that. 33 is by no means old, but at super super morbidly obese, 33 is like elderly. And I'm not gonna lie, I started watching the newest episode of My 600-Pound Life, season 12, and there was a woman on there yesterday that I swear looks to be smaller than Amberlynn, and she clocked in at 560 pounds. So I am just very dubious about her weights. That being said, let's do this thing.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to be filming a what I ate today video. So my goal usually is to stay below 2,000 calories, but what has been—
That's absolute bull crap, by the way. I look at this like duping delight on her face already. Here's the tea. I know Amber uses her lymphedema and lipedema as an excuse to not lose weight. Now, her lymphedema is directly caused by her weight. But you can lose weight in your lymphedema masses. And then you quite often need them surgically removed. Lipedema, she's going off of the science that lipedema fat does not respond to calorie counting and calorie restriction, because lipedema fat is different. It's when the fat has become very fibrotic and hard, and you can actually feel in the skin and feel the lumps and bumps of it. But that, yes, doesn't respond to calorie restriction per se. But it does respond to the other treatments, which she refuses to do. And you can get that removed with lipedema liposuction once you've lost weight and it's better managed. Amber will never get to that point. And here's the real kicker. Well, once she was prescribed a strict whole foods ketogenic diet, not a Rebel ice cream keto diet like she did for 2 days, an actual ketogenic diet because of its anti-inflammatory properties, because it helps with pain and a myriad of other things. But her entire body is not lipedema. Okay, she doesn't have lipedema face and lipedema shelf and lipedema all this. She may have a little bit in her arms. And I don't know, not much though. I just feel most of it is absolutely in her lower half. But she's got so much excess weight on her ass, literally and figuratively, that she was supposedly starting at about 515 pounds, right? I think she started closer to around 550, 560. I think her highest weight that she claims of 570 was probably actually closer to about 650. But just going by what she says, let's live in imagination land. Still starting out at over 500 pounds, at 500 pounds, whatever. If she was eating less than 2,000 calories a day, the weight, you could actually see it flying off of her body. It would be just like, goodbye. And it would be just flying off. If she was sticking to the calorie limit that she gives in this cheat day, the weight would be flying off. So she's lying. She's lying. She's not eating the way she's saying she's eating. She's clearly eating more off camera. And I said it before and I'll say it again. The most infuriating thing about Amber, aside from the lies and everything, is how stupid she thinks that the audience is. And we are not that stupid. There's no way some 500 pounder is maintaining her weight or losing less than a pound a week eating less than 2,000 calories a day. It's just not physically possible. I know it's hard to believe and people question it, but Amber is in fact part of the Homo sapiens sapiens species. And I know there's things that affect weight differently, but as a general rule, there are some general rules that apply to everybody. And she's included in that. So the lies are the worst part of this bull.
Been helping me personally from overeating or just giving up in general. Instead of
you are overeating, Amber, but go ahead.
Having a standard cheat day where normally in the past I would allow myself to literally eat everything under the sun that I absolutely wanted.
Which, by the way, this woman does not need cheat days. She's supposedly lost like 10 pounds in a month or whatever. 500, you don't need a freaking cheat day. You can come back with a cheat day when you've lost about 150, 200 pounds and you have your act together, Amber.
And then that would spiral me for weeks and I could not get back on track. So what I do now instead, which I've done twice already, and it has worked great because I have not messed up on my diet. I am still losing weight and I'm feeling really, really good. So what I've been doing is allowing myself to have like my own version of a cheat day. And what that means.
And you're not losing weight, but go ahead. And apparently you've been calorie counting for what, a couple weeks now? And you've done this supposed cheat day at least twice already. And this is your third. Do you see the problem? The problem is with the thinking. She thinks she started doing this calorie counting in April or whatever, which is bull, but we're going to go with it. That it's only like 8 days into April when she uploaded this video. 8 days, okay, 7 or 8 days. And she's already had 2 of these cheat days and this is the third. So in like 8 days of your quote diet, you're having 3 cheat days. So do you see, like, most people will do it after a month or once a month or once they've lost a certain amount of weight. She comes up with excuses to be too lenient, she spins any diet to allow herself to have what she wants.
Means I'm giving myself like a different calorie limit. So I want to stay below 2,500. So usually,
oh, good, 2,500. Boy, wait till, just like I said, fly right off of her. Just woo, woo, woo. Like you don't see me make it, but it's like little flying, like I'm making little bird wing flying gestures. The weight would just be flying off of her, literally.
by doing that, I don't lose weight the next day. I usually stay the same. But
No. Okay. This 500-pound woman. Oh, sorry, she's claiming a svelte 489. Is not maintaining her weight at 2,500 calories. To maintain that, she has to be eating at least, okay, and I'm being lenient, around 3,800 calories. So that is at least 12 or 1,300 more calories than she's claiming. And that's like a crazy amount. Like when I have to diet, technically I have to diet on around 1,200 calories. So she's eating the entirety of what I should be eating in a day, like 3 times almost.
this has helped me so much with staying on track. So that is my goal for today. Stay below 2,500.
Okay, now to be off track and on track, you had to have actually had a track, and you sometimes must be on it. And Amber, see, this is like the delusion, is she's never on track, and she deludes herself into thinking she is in fact on track, and then allows herself to get off track. She's too lenient with herself. She can't do this on her own. She needs supervision. Like I said, Amber really, in a lot of ways, but especially because of the harm she is doing to herself with food and money, she can't make decisions. She needs a conservatorship.
This is my version of like a cheat day. If I did not allow myself to do this and I constantly thought about how bad I wanted to eat like this or that or extra things, that is when I binge.
Oh, wait, so we're binging again? Oh, look at binging's back. The binge monster's back. Remember how she was cured from that miraculously when it was going to make her not be able to get the weight loss surgery? Well, now it's back. And you know what? That again, she's doing that purely to absolve her of all accountability. I can't help it, guys. I binged. You know, I have an ED. I binged. It's not my fault. It is because Amber lives alone and controls everything that comes into that house. And as we saw in her last grocery haul, she bought a metric shit ton of snacks and foods that in the past she has readily admitted to binging on and causing her to eat the house. So
that is when I overeat. That is when I spiral for weeks on end. So
you overeat every freaking day, Amber.
I found like a perfect compromise in the middle, and I figured today would be a really good day to show you guys what I eat on a day where it's kind of like a cheat day. So none of my meals.
And she thinks she's just so cute. Looks like a Yorkie who's absolutely let itself go beyond all recognition.
Those are gonna make sense. I'm not having like a standard breakfast today. I will be eating processed foods. I will be eating on camera. It's just like tons of disclaimers, but I'm just getting you guys ready for what you're about to see. I can say.
Okay, now, here's the thing. I've heard a couple of people saying, why is she saying these disclaimers? She's doing these disclaimers. You're going to see me eat. There's going to be eating on camera, blah, blah, blah. Because she thinks this gets her around the TOS for not partaking in self-harm or eating disorder behavior on the platform. That if she gives these warnings, oh, people knew they were going to see it, I'm out of the woods. But no. Cause it, like having a trigger warning, giving a warning doesn't absolve her from the responsibility where she still, what Amber does, she clearly has a problem with food. She has poor diet. She's physically disabled herself because of her weight. She has to live in a handicap accessible apartment, even though she claims her weight has no effect on her mobility or anything. It does. Her last apartment and this one are disability accessible apartments, which she's taking away from somebody who has a legitimate disability and may need an apartment. So that's pretty selfish of her. But No, she should still, I don't think she should be deplatformed, but any video where this woman engages in food, be it doing a taste test, and she does that so she can write that food off on her taxes, by the way, as a work expense. But any video where this woman puts food of any kind in her mouth, and I don't mean even a mukbang level of food, but even just a bite, and or any video where she's having the food gasm and the eyeballs are rolling back into her head and she's doing the dancing. Anytime food goes in this woman's mouth on camera, the video should be age restricted and it should be demonetized. That's just my opinion, but people need to let YouTube know about this because it is a problem. And we do know there are young girls out there emulating her who have said they want to be like Amberlynn Reid, which is tragic. But yeah, that's why she's giving this warning. She thinks it gets her around the TOS, and in my opinion, it doesn't. So, if you see her eating and stuff, this is not a call to action, but you would not be wrong to let YouTube know that somebody is engaging in self-harm behavior on their platform. Because I know I get slapped with limited monetization and have to have things reviewed whenever I say the word fat or something like that in a video. Yeah.
Say that I have not been on track this consecutively in years. It has been years. That is why I feel safe to show you guys what I'm eating, because I'm in the right head frame, mindset, whatever it may be. Just know that whatever you guys see me eat today is a vast improvement to my standard way of eating and what made me at one point 572 pounds. All right.
And that's the scary part, is this is an improvement. And she's still holding on to that 572. She basically admitted that she was over 600 because she admitted to stopping looking at the scale and weighing herself. So she even said recently that if I was over 600, I didn't see it. And I firmly believe girlfriend was well over 600 pounds. Well over 600 pounds. And then she lost a lot of that weight when she was sick with her cancer and everything. Yeah. For those of you who may or may not be new around here, Amber had cancer because of her weight, and it didn't cause her to change anything. In fact, she's worse than ever.
Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so the first thing I'm going to have, which I cannot pronounce.
I knew it was a bad idea for her to buy this freaking frozen pasta. This bitch doesn't need pasta. I'm sorry for all you carb sympathizers out there. This woman doesn't need carbs. Maybe a small amount of healthy ones. Pasta is not one of them. Pasta is not a healthy carb for anybody. It's easily overeaten. It's just a highly processed food. Have it as a cheat, as a special meal. This woman has not earned one. She can have pasta after she's lost a couple 100 pounds.
Ounce is cheese-filled fiocchetti with...
And not only do these frozen ones are just empty carbs, but they also have a lot of added preservatives and sodium and seed oils and crap like that. And they're much more calorically dense than if you would buy a packet of a real good, legitimate cheese-filled pasta and get a healthier sauce or make a sauce on your own. But Amber is lazy. Remember, Amber does nothing all day, has no responsibilities, but can't ever be asked to cook her own food for the most part. She just reheats things up from a frozen or packaged state. The laziness absolutely just blows my mind. It's one of the most... Amber and Foodie are the two most prime examples of talking, waddling embodiments of the 7 deadly sins in human form.
So it says on the back of the bag for stovetop to use some oil.
300. Wait a minute. Okay.
Cheddar with pink sauce. So it says on the back of the bag.
Okay, 300 calorie or 290. Yeah, 300 calories basically for 1 cup. And guys, a serving of pasta is not that big. Nobody eats just a serving of pasta, myself included. That's why it's one of those really tricky, sneaky foods that are very easy to overeat because it is calorically dense.
For stovetop to use some oil. So I'm going to be measuring the oil using about half of a serving, which would be about 7.5 milliliters. So I'm gonna be cooking this in a pan. Okay, so I have half a serving of oil, and this is how it looks frozen. Okay, guys, so I'm finished, and
And now look at all the oil in there. There's more than a half a teaspoon of oil in that pan. Yeah, and like, you cook on hot, she cooks everything on like flaming hot heat. If she used extra virgin olive oil, it's going to scorch and it's going to taste like shit.
I cook this down a lot.
And
like a lot.
Okay, now she just said she cooked that down a lot. I'm going to tell you.
So
her serving bowls, okay, are big. She has big like plates and bowls and stuff like that. That is not a cup of pasta. That is easily two. And this is where she tricks us and she lies. She insists, oh, it's just a serve. I guarantee that's closer to 2 cups. So that would be closer.
Oil that was already originally in the sauce and plus the oil that I added is like still in the pan. But regardless, this is 930 calories. So
see, if she added a little bit of oil and stuff and did a serving, there's no way that's like 900 calories. So 6. So technically that is roughly around, if it's 900 some calories, and this is cooked down based on the 290 plus like 20 or 30 for a half a teaspoon of oil, supposedly, this is 3 servings. And this is Amber's problem, is she's still trying to stuff her already massively enlarged, stretched stomach. She can't handle being hungry. God damn, that's a lot of nothing for 900 calories.
So on a day where I was trying to stick below 2,000, I would not be eating this. And if I did
well, let us know if that day ever actually happens, Amber.
Choose to do so, I'd probably only have like half a serving with like a ton of broccoli or something. Okay, so really quickly, let's do a taste test. That's good.
Boy, don't we have like the food critic of the year here with Amber's ever so enlightening reviews of food. Oh, that's good. Oh, guys, that's so good. Oh my God, so good. I mean, could she, God, look at that freeze frame. Could she come up with something other than like, I'm just frustrated with her. I'm sorry. I'm being petty. We know she can't say anything other than, oh my God, guys, so good. Yeah, that's so good. And again, right here, this is where she should be, it should be brought to YouTube's attention that this super morbidly obese woman with severe health complications is breaking TOS on their platform.
So I'm going to easily give this like an 8.5 out of 10.
She gives this frozen garbage freaking pasta 8.5 out of 10.
I'm going to go eat this. Oh, I need a drink. Hold on. So I'm going to be having a water and a diet green tea Lipton mixed berry. It's so good. I always shake the tea before I drink it because there's usually just like some stuff down there. You guys, I'm not going to lie to you, but I cannot eat any more of this. I'm not...
Come on. Dainty little Amber couldn't finish that bowl of pasta. Give me a break. I would finish that shit. I could put that away. And I weigh as much as one of Amber's legs. And I'm obese, by the way, so that tells you a lot.
I'm not used to eating things like this anymore. It's just like very rich. It's
oh, guys, she's been counting calories for like 7 or 8 days. She's not used to eating stuff like that anymore because it's so rich. Oh, this dainty queen, she's so used to just living on like kale salads and dry rice and air that, oh, the pasta did her in. Give me a break.
delicious, but like my stomach is like, girl, no more. So
there's no way her stomach is like, because her stomach is so big and so stretched that she absolutely finishes this off camera. This is just Amber trying to facilitate her lie, and she thinks doing stuff like this makes it believable. Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat the rest of that, but I'm still gonna consider it the full amount of calories. I very much like to overestimate things just in case. But
oh my God, did she just say that? Amber is notorious, and we have all done the math. Amber does not overestimate her calories. She chronically underestimates her calories to allow herself to have more food. So that's part of the problem, is she doesn't count calories appropriately. Oh, I always overestimate. Okay, girl.
I don't think I'm going to be eating for a hot minute because
okay, so she ain't going to be eating for a hot minute. So, woo, cue like about a half an hour.
I'm telling you, my stomach doesn't feel the greatest after eating that. See, this is why it feels so...
but I bet you she'll end up eating. I know when my stomach really doesn't feel good, I don't eat, but I'm sure Amber will just power through it.
Much better to not have days where I eat things like that. Twinkie looks so cute. Speaking
Yes,
of
Twinkie does look cute, and I feel bad that poor dog has to live with you, Amber.
you guys wanted an update on her. She's doing amazing. She took all her antibiotics. She no longer has any abscess. A lot of people were asking, I know this is like, I should probably talk about this in a vlog, but since I'm here, a lot of people were like, why didn't you take her to a primary vet? He does have one here. It's just, I couldn't get her in.
I don't believe Twinkie has a primary vet. Just like Amber has not looked for a primary doctor or anything like that at all in the 7 months, 8 months she's been in Oklahoma.
Emergency, so I had to go somewhere else. That's why I had to go to an emergency vet, because when I called, they were like, yeah, we can see her in a few days, and I'm like, no, I was so worried. I want her to be seen now. So then that's when they recommended.
And Amber lives in this city, in a city, so she has a lot of access. Frodo does have a vet, but we do truly live in the country, in the sticks a little bit, and we had a situation with him when he was little, and we did have to drive to a neighboring bigger town about 45 minutes away to an emergency 24-hour vet hospital to get him looked at because his vet was not available. But we know that, and we know where to take him and what's available if we would ever need to. Amber doesn't have a vet for this dog.
The emergency vet that I actually went to, which I loved. And by the way, the vet was a subscriber. Hello, if you're watching. And they didn't actually tell me until after everything.
Come on. Okay. Come on. You could at least make the lies believable. Now I know Amber thinks she's big shit with 230 some thousand subscribers, which I believe probably about 50,000 of them are bought. Especially the last 20 or 30 of them, because it's odd that even though her views are going down, her subscriber count keeps going up by 1,000 every few weeks. Isn't that odd, guys? Isn't that funny? But, in the grand scheme of let's say the population of the United States, 200,000 isn't crap. It's nothing. And you mean to tell me this woman has literally met about 100 subscribers already in Oklahoma City that know her and love her? And oh my God, she just happened to go to this emergency vet, and this vet just happens to be a fan of Amber and loves her and is a subscriber. Even though this veterinarian, if she was a fan, clearly has seen that Amber has been quite neglectful and hasn't treated her pets well at all. Well, then, if this is true, if this story is true, we'll just pretend, then this vet is a piece of shit kind of person. But as far as this story being true, I don't believe it. I don't think the vet was a fan. I'm just literally waiting for the part where she goes, and then everybody stood up and clapped at the end of the show. It's just not real.
Was said and done. Which
anything to fluff up her ego, right?
Professional, and they were just I love you. I know who you are. And I was like, oh my God. So she saw me cry for Twinkie because
were you like that, Amber?
To sign this paper for Twinkie to be sedated, I literally had a tear come down because it scared me.
Just one little tear, guys. Oh, my dog could die. Just one lonely little tear. God, I would be a mess if something happened to Frodo. He's my little forever baby, and oh my God, I would just be a wreck.
It's I had to sign if I wanted them to help her breathe if she stopped breathing or anything like that, and I'm yes.
But having an emotional reaction like that would require Amber to care about something other than herself or food.
Then I told my mom actually when we were leaving, I was I have met a lot of subscribers, easily over 100, easily.
Yet not one has come out with a picture or a story of how they met her. Isn't that weird? The only pictures that get leaked of her are sneaky photos that people take of her when they see her out in the wild. Not one sub who's met one of their favorite YouTubers ever and gotten pictures with her and talked to her. Not one of them has posted anywhere online on the face of the internet the picture of, oh, look, and I met my favorite YouTuber, Amber Reid, today. Not one. Isn't that a little suspicious?
None of them has met Twinkie besides one. So yeah, she was just super sweet, and she loved Twinkie so much, and she was just so kind and helpful.
If she really loved Twinkie so much, she should have smuggled her out the back door and taken her to a house where she would be taken care of.
Twinkie is doing amazing. Okay, so the next thing I'm having is
again, these are one of the freaking things that she bought that she is known to binge on this type of stuff, and she snacks on stuff like this often, and it turns into she eats the whole bag, right? This is one of the many snacks she bought and stocked up on at Trader Joe's. And also, Amber thinks because it's from Trader Joe's that it's healthier, and it's absolutely not. It's just like putting a shiny new label on the same old thing. And I don't believe Amber is sitting here weighing this shit out. No, she's just reaching in and grabbing handfuls and eating the bag.
Cakes, which is 30 grams. So I already have that measured. You actually get a lot for a serving, not gonna lie. And then I will be having 6 of these olives. One of them
There's no way she's only eating that for a snack.
Is 25 calories.
The olives I'm not going to give her a crap for. I know people go, oh, there's so much sodium. But if she was eating whole foods and stuff, like, the sodium wouldn't be that bad. There's probably as much sodium or more sodium in this like snack mix than there is in the olives. And the olives are at least a more whole food.
Then I'm just having 1 pack. This pack I just have it opened.
There's definitely more sodium in these freaking salami sticks. But they're healthy, guys, because they say all natural. She's such a victim of like her own idiocy. If you put like a green label on something or say it's all natural or organic or vegetarian based, Amber will think it's healthy and she'll eat that shit right up. Literally.
It's just some salami sticks, which look like that.
Okay, serving is 2 sticks. Okay, a serving is 2 sticks and it's 140 calories a stick for 2 sticks.
They're actually super good. Okay, so
Okay, let's do some math here. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 sticks there. Let me do my math here. Where's my phone? I just want to be extra precise. And I looked at that. 2 of those sticks is a serving. Oh, there you are, calculator. My trusty old calculator here, because I just want to make sure I'm not doing any type of Amber math. Okay, so 140 times 8. That's 1,120 calories for these sticks. Let me go back and double check. Yeah, look, a serving is 2.
It's just some salami sticks, which look like.
Yes, I'm being that nitpicky. Okay, serving size. Oh, a serving is 8 sticks? And servings is 2. Oh, God. Okay, really? Okay, my bad.
That. They're actually super good. Okay, so last minute I decided to just have 4 olives because I realized that they're pretty big. They're stuffed with garlic and jalapeno.
Oh, she just couldn't squeeze in those last 2 olives, guys.
So for this plate, it does come out to 350 calories.
Okay, but I don't believe that's all she ate. That would like all those processed carbs and bad oils. The only good thing about it's the olives. All those carbohydrates and stuff in those that snacks mix, that's just gonna spike her sugar and she's gonna just be hungry again in like 20 minutes. This will not fill Amber up. Like, I know she likes to fake and joke, but she did not get to be a behemoth eating dainty little 300 calorie portions and being full on them.
Honestly, this salami, I know it looks weird, but it's the best texture and it tastes so good. And you really do get a lot of these little thingies, and you guys know that I love.
Again, right there's another instance of self-harming on camera that YouTube should probably know about.
A crunch. All right, so
there's
next
another
one
one.
are 2 of these.
And again, just everything out of a bag, just frozen, processed, boxed, bagged, that all she does is reheat. I'm sure like authentic Mexican style pulled pork tamales, I'm sure people of Mexican descent who actually make legitimate tamales are probably cringing and insulted by this, because I actually want to try real tamales. I think there's a restaurant about 30 minutes from here that makes them, and they're authentic, and authentic tamales are supposed to be really amazing.
Pulled pork tamales, it's $3.40 for one of them, so $680 for 2.
And again, a bad choice for our girl. 340 calories for one of those things, and she's already eaten some of them. She would eat 3 or 4 of them.
2, which so far I've had 1,960 calories today.
Okay, now okay, I did watch Sin and Sass's react to this, and they were correct. she said that these were 600 some calorie or 600 some calories, and that she said I have had 1900 and some calories up to this point. Okay, which means I take that to mean she is not counting these. But prior to these, her count for what she showed us came out to about 1300. So there is around 600 calories somewhere, the equivalent of these tamales, that is not accounted for. Either she spoke wrong, or there was, which more likely is, there's 600 calories that she's not showing us or telling us about. I'm guessing, since there was already a couple tamales missing from this pack, that it was 2 of these tamales.
All right, so here it is finished. So let's do a taste test.
That looks horrible.
That's good. I do love me a tamale.
And again, she could have a tamale with a big side of like vegetables and stuff like that. Instead, she just eats like the tamales, the really calorically dense things. She just, you couldn't make bad, like worse food choices than this woman if you tried.
Yep, that's tasty. That might be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Of course it's a 10 out of 10, Amber. It's something frozen and processed and full of sodium and crap that you didn't actually have to cook yourself. All you did was reheat it. And like I said, it didn't bite you first. So of course it's a 10 out of 10.
I do love Tapatio. You guys know me. Like Tapatio girly pop. So I do want to try it with tap. A lot of people ask why I like.
Quit that. Did you hear her? I do want to try it with tap. Amber, you're not a mid-90s teenage valley girl. Oh my God, guys, I'm going to just try this with some tap. It's Tapatio, Amber. Just like Starbucks is not Starbs. And like just her stunted emotional like maturity is so annoying. And she says it as she's sitting here, the size of her refrigerator, in freaking pigtails. I can't.
I Tapatio so much. I actually grew up with it. I've just used it as my go-to hot sauce since I was literally like 8 years old. I did have a sriracha era, but I love Tapatio. Yep. So we're about to.
Look at that face. Look at that smirk, that smile, that, oh my God, look, I'm getting my food now. All the sodium and junk I can possibly stuff in. Smile for the camera.
So with this, I'm just having a mini can of Sprite Zero.
You know what's funny is she shouldn't drink these mini cans because they're mini, but they look like they make her look even bigger. But is it just me? I feel like they make her look even bigger. And again, I'm just being petty and stuff because I'm so over her shit.
Okay, so the next thing I'm having is this.
God dang! Like, again, you see, like, another freaking just processed, frozen, packaged meal. No veg. And this is a day she's having a cheat day. She's eating what she wants. Notice there's not a vegetable in freaking sight. Not a whole freaking protein in sight. Not a fruit to be seen. It's all processed, packaged stuff, particularly almost 90% carbo freaking hydrates. Like, garbage ones. God.
Joe's mac and cheese.
And again, this is like the 4th or 5th time this woman is shoving something into her mouth. So, of course, not only are we eating horrid junk, but we're eating several times a day. So our insulin is chronically elevated to deal with the chronic elevated blood sugar. And heaven forbid we ever let that stuff come down to normal to where we might even be able to tap into our fat stores and lower inflammation. It's just, ugh. Go ahead, Amber. Tell us about how freaking amazing 10 out of 10 this frozen box macaroni and cheese shit is. And as somebody who makes a very good homemade macaroni and cheese with homemade bechamel sauce, it's totally not healthy. Not healthy, never claim it to be. But I do make it on occasion. My partner will actually request it. I only make it a couple times a year because I make it in big batches. And then I send some up to a couple family members. And it's something that him and my son love, but it is a treat. Only make it a couple times a year, and it's delicious. And for her to say how good some type of macaroni and cheese like this is, it's insulting.
270 calories. So I have had this before, so no taste test, but this is delicious and I definitely recommend it. So I'm gonna go warm this up in the microwave and
when I do make
so I
macaroni
forgot to
and
show it,
cheese
but with
again,
my mac and cheese,
I will do a little vlog to kind of show you how I make it in case you guys want to try it.
I'm having a sparkling ice in black.
Those things are garbage. If you like them, that's fine. To me, and I like sweet, but they are so incessantly sweet that it's a little too much for me. And of course, why else? Of course, Amber loves them and they're one of her favorite, right? Because they're so sickeningly sweet. And I know it's like a sugar substitute and I like my stuff sweet. It's just too much. And again, that little 270 calorie macaroni and cheese is not going to fill her up. It's just going to give her another blood sugar bump, another crash, and she's going to be hungry again.
Black raspberry. This one is so freaking good. Y'all, I am so tired. I'm not going to lie to you.
Look at her, man. She looks high as a freaking kite.
Gosh. I took my
Look at.
melatonin, which...
No. See, my son takes melatonin and stuff sometimes. I take... That's not melatonin. She's high as a kite. She has a couple recent TikToks of her running around laughing and giggling like a schoolgirl who took a hit off of a frickin' bong. She's high as a kite off of her Delta 8 with her mother, no doubt, who is supposed to be a recovering addict. And I know she says, oh, well, marijuana didn't bug my mom. My mom didn't do that. That wasn't her problem. But she's still an addict. She's a recovering alcoholic. She's a recovering drug addict. You shouldn't be smoking or having any type of substance like that around your mother because she is prone to maybe, relapsing on that particular substance and then that substance becoming a problem. So it is so selfish and rude and just awful of Amber to be doing this around her mother, who is generous enough to haul her ass everywhere she wants and needs to go. I just think it's despicable, but I think she's just high off her Delta 8 and stuff here. It's not the melatonin.
This is the best. It's the brand Ollie. It's the sleep. I just get it from Target. I'm sure you can get it anywhere, but I'm so tired. Wow, so tired, Amber. I know you had such a busy day of pulling stuff out of the freezer and heating it up and eating it. Oh God, how would you ever survive? I'm so happy that you made it through in one piece. Oh heavens, thank you. You realize this is such a freaking joke. She does nothing all day. She doesn't even actually physically cook the food she eats. She just takes it and sticks it in a microwave or in the air fryer. It wasn't even an air fryer, they said. It was just all in the microwave. And then goes and waddles over to her pillow mountain on the couch and sits and eats and watches, looks up things about herself and watches H3 and 90 Day Fiance and calls it a day. This woman would never survive. Foodie wouldn't. Amber wouldn't. If they had a real responsibility, a house they actually had to take care of, a kid, family, partner, responsibilities, if she actually walked her dog a lot. I mean, like this, she would just disintegrate like from the pressure. But oh my God. Okay. I forgot to end this vlog. I had about 2,200 calories today. So
she only had 2,200 calories today, guys. So, okay. Our last count, 1,900, 2021, 21, 22. But remember there was that 600 calories that are potentially missing. So if we add those in, that would bring her closer to 2,800 or 2,900 calories. So even then, if Amber ate 2,900, 2,800 calories, she would still lose weight. That's how big this woman is. That's how much she eats. All right. Anyways, I'm going to go. My throat really hurts. I'm going to go make a nice hot cup of tea. I knew she would just get me raging. And like I said, I do want to get to where I'm setting up the face cam soon. And I have a couple placards and stuff and disclaimers I just want to put in the front of the videos. Yeah, but anyways, let me know what you think about this absolute disaster. I don't care if she has lipedema or not. There's no way she's sticking to it. Do you think she looks like she's losing weight? I don't. Oh, I think she does do a weigh in here. Hold on.
So I definitely was successful in staying under my 2,500. And by doing that, I allowed myself to have some of the foods that I probably wouldn't have had.
Amber, you allow yourself whatever you want anytime you want something. That's part of your problem, is you want instant gratification and you refuse to tell yourself no. So you refuse to deprive yourself of anything you want at any given moment, and that's part of your big problem.
If I was eating like a healthier day, which is when I stay below
Your healthy day is still dog shit, by the way.
So it's been working for me, and I think that's all that matters. You know, there was a moment today where I was like, damn, I want takeout so bad, but I ignored it. So this is where
I'm sure you ordered it.
The cheat day ends, and I'm getting back to below 2,000 calories tomorrow. And if you guys did make it this far, here's a secret weigh-in. I weighed in today at 488.0, so it is the lowest that I have weighed in a hot minute.
Okay, so she's claiming 488.0. About a week ago, she was claiming 489.6 or something, which, by the way, was maintaining for about a week. So she's trying to say that she's had 3 of these cheat days where she only ate 2,500 calories, and like in this one, less than that. And average, she's eating less than 2,000 calories, but in 2 weeks, she's only lost like 1.6 pounds. Do you see how that's just physically impossible? I could crack down at my weight and lose more than 1.6 pounds in 2 weeks. Easily. It's just, and I have like metabolic issues, you know what I mean? I have severe PCOS. I have insulin resistance. It's just not possible. Lipedema be damned. Like I said, her whole body's not lipedema. She's just not being honest to herself. She's definitely not being honest to us. So this is a joke. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know it's a lot harder to gauge because she does use so many filters now and everything. Like, I firmly believe, like, if you look at her face is very much filtered right now. You can just tell by the shape of it and also by her skin, which, fine, if you want to use like a filter to smooth out your skin or whatever, I don't care. But like, she uses a lot of slimming filters, so it's just really hard to gauge. Plus, Amber's very particular about what angles and stuff she uses for herself. That's why she doesn't like when people take those pictures of her out in the wild, because she can't control how they portray her. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more, and I will be getting some more videos out today and over the next few days. So I will see you guys in the next one.